Yay, yay, yay. Yay, yay, yay. Here we are on day 36 of our 40 days of sacred clearing for women over 40, making space for all things new. I am your hostess with the mostest. I am Allison Rozelle, also known as Coach Roz, and I'm also the host of the brand new Starting Over at 40 podcast that airs every Tuesday. You can catch it on SoundCloud, you can catch it on my website. So you have two ways right now. But I'm coming for you, Spotify and iTunes. Just know, once I get that, yeah, we're going to be all over the place. We're going global. But I am here today on day 36, so we are counting them down with our 40 days. And as I promised, I was going to be live every day this week to go ahead and get this last stretch in because we got work to do. Here we are in December at the time of this recording, and we got to start talking about next year. So that is why I said you want to make sure you got your cute self in the place with me on day 40 because I have something special to share with you, and you're not going to get it on the Coach Roz page. It's only for people who are in special special club, special group. So I will give more information about that later on, but I just wanted to give you a little sprinkle, a little bit of information on that. But it's going to be it's going to be great, and I can't wait, and I'm so excited about it to share it with you. So today we're talking excuse me, I'm sorry. We're talking about treating ourselves with love and kindness. And the inspiration for this came from one of my favorite deck of affirmation cards. The box is all messed up because I used them. But these are the African Goddess affirmation cards by Abiola Abrams. And I don't pull from these as often as I do the one manifesting cards. Those cards I tend to pull a little more often. But sometimes these will call out to me for me to pull. And this deck actually did. And I wanted to pull something because I knew what I wanted to talk about, and this actually just gave me confirmation for it. So that's awesome. So the card I pulled here is the Goddess of Dreams. The affirmation is I treat myself with love and kindness. And the goddess is, it's YHI, and I don't know if it's Wahi, but she's an Australian Aboriginal goddess. And she is the goddess of dreams, sleep, light, and creation. So I'm not going to read the lesson on there because just the affirmation itself let me know that I'm going in the right direction. So I wanted to talk about this because I often talk about how we as women have the tendency to not really take care of ourselves. And this is really more of a confession and declaration for myself as well. Because if I'm the starting over coach, and if I'm going to start teaching you how to live your best life, I want to make sure that you see that I am doing what I am preaching. So I'm about to be a lot more visible with you all, not just with like live videos, but I want to share more of myself with you. I've been kind of holding back, and that's not right. So I apologize for that. Why do I feel like I'm leaning? My phone is leaning. But we're going to start fresh. So in thinking about this, I have decided that I'm going to do start honoring my temple, basically. I have fallen off from my usual regimen, and I've not been able to get myself to a point of where I'm back into my flow of taking care of myself. And that's a problem for me. That's a big problem for me because I'm trying to break generational health problems. I don't want to carry it, and I want it to stop with me. And then that way, my son can see the example because he's already starting to take care of himself and break a lot of the generational stuff. But I want to do it and break it off of myself. And a lot of it is health issues like high blood pressure. There's problems with cholesterol. There's problems with um, diabetes and all those other things that tend to plague a lot of African Americans. I want to break that, and I'm going to break that. So, my pledge to myself, even though it's the holiday season and I know I'm going to eat, but I want to honor myself by getting back into my routine of working out and also making myself drink more water because I've noticed that I'm really falling down on my water regimen too. And I don't know where that's coming from. So I'm going to do that. So working out, drinking more water. The last thing is I'm going to start using the apple cider vinegar regimen as far as making the apple cider tea. And I said I'm going to do this for the month of December to see how I feel. Because I hear mixed reviews. Some people say yes, some people say no. I'm the type of person I like to try stuff for myself before I say, I'm not gonna do it. So I want to try it for myself, and I'm going to. And I said I was gonna do Monday through Friday every morning. Instead of getting up immediately drinking my morning coffee, instead I'm gonna have my detox tea, and I'm gonna have that every morning for myself to start detoxing my body. And I'm going to start drinking more water. And I'm going to start getting all my exercise in because I want to treat myself with love and kindness. And so many of us don't feel good about who we are. We don't feel good about ourselves. And a lot of it is tied up to the fact that we're not honoring our temples. We're not taking care of ourselves in the ways that we know that we should. Some of that stems from things, a lot of us are emotional eaters. I know I am. Usually when people talk about eating disorders, you only hear about like anorexia or bulimia. But no one ever looks at overeating as an eating disorder. Usually there's that stigma of, ooh, overweight people are nasty and they're unhealthy and, all these things. But I'm just going to keep it real. I know some thin people or so-called looks in shape people who are extremely unhealthy. And I could surpass them in health-wise. Like with my blood work, blood pressure, and everything else. I'm just saying. But it's going to come to a point of we got to start feeling good from the inside out, right? So we have to start honoring our temple. And the demands that we put, a lot of times we as women, especially when we're single, we're looking for mates. We're out here, and yeah, it's a jungle out here, y'all. It's not an easy thing to be over 40 and dating. It's not impossible, but I trust. I feels. I feel you. It ain't easy. And a lot of our confidence gets shattered because we start looking at ourselves and, we're not the size that we were when we were in our 20s. We're not the size that we were before we had babies or before we reached 40, or some of us, when we got into our 30s and whatnot. So I know I keep messing with my hair, but it's kind of getting on my nerves. Typical woman, my hair. But, we start examining our outer, and we start doing fad diets, and we'll start like with all this gusto of I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then we start out kind of sort of doing like this, and then we hit here, and then we nosedive, and then we're starting all over again, which goes back to another time when we talked about stop quitting. But if you really want to treat yourself with love and kindness, if you really want to honor yourself, if you really want to do that, then start the work from the inside out. From the inside out. If you have to, get a coach for your wellness. I am not a wellness coach. I am not. But I know some. One in particular, she's actually over 60 and she is gorgeous. She's one of my, spiritpreneur sisters, and she has a program to help you to stop eating emotionally. And I'll be more than happy to share her link so you can talk to her, and she can help you stop eating emotionally and get to the root of it. But we've got to start taking time to honor ourselves and taking time to really take care of ourselves. And, not to give too much away, but this is some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about soon with the challenge that I have that's coming up for us. So yeah, we're about to rock out a challenge. We're about to start talking about some things. We're going to do the year-end review is going to be basically a challenge that is coming up. But again, details will come with that as I get everything set up for you guys. But this is something that I just really wanted to share because, like I said, in order for us to move forward, in order for us to really get to where we want to go, we got to start taking care of the fundamental things. And the main thing that we got to start taking care of is our temple. You only have one body. You only have one body. This is the only body you're going to get. This is it. Now, we won't talk about like reincarnation and all that kind of stuff. We're not going to talk about that. We're talking about the here and now. This is the only body you're going to get. And if you want to connect with spirit, if you want to say this is a dwelling place where Holy Spirit can come and dwell and I can receive divine guidance and inspiration and motivation from above, the only way is kind of like, if your house is dirty, do you want somebody coming in your house? I mean, some people it doesn't bother them. Me, it kills me. I don't come in my house when it's dirty. In my definition of my house being dirty might be different from yours, but I don't like for people to come in my house and not see it at its best. I just don't like it. I do keep it real and be like, yeah, there's going to be some stuff that might be thrown on the floor that maybe shouldn't, but I don't like for my peeps to come into a dirty house. I don't like it. Well, treat your temple. This is your body. This is your house, right? Don't let Holy Spirit come into a dirty place. Clean it up, right? Make room. Make room. And I'm not talking about just losing weight, because losing weight is great. And ultimately, that's what I'm striving to do. But I just want to feel good. I want to feel good in my skin. I want to feel good, when I get up in the morning. I want to have a burst of energy. I want to be able to get up and be like, hell yeah, let's start this day. And I know that's what you want too. So I'm going to start treating myself with love and kindness, because I'm going to start honoring my temple. So tonight, I want you to journal about, how can I treat myself with love and kindness? How can I treat myself with more love and kindness? So my pledge to myself of treating myself with love and kindness is to start honoring my temple by drinking more water, getting back on my workout regimen, and drinking my detox tea for the month of December. Those are my three. I didn't, I wasn't going to lie and say I'm not going to eat certain things or whatever. I'm not going to sit up and say that I'm, cutting everything off and going on like this raw food expedition, because that's not in alignment with me. These are just things, baby steps that I want to take to get myself to where I want to be. And this will make me inspired to do more. Because when the first time around, when I started losing the weight and everything else, it inspired me to keep going and doing more. So then I started eating cleaner. I started drinking more water. I started, being very aware of what I was putting in my body and on my body. And my confidence shot up. Now my confidence is starting to waver because I'm not in that mode anymore. But we also want to get the confidence up to no matter what your body looks like, because you are gorgeous just as you are. But I'm making this commitment because I want to feel good. I want to feel good in my body. So that is how I'm going to treat myself, with love and kindness. So the affirmation is, I treat myself with love and kindness. And so I want you to take that affirmation and write the affirmation at the top of your journal page. I treat myself with love and kindness. And then after that, I want you to write about, how are you treating yourself with love and kindness? What are you committed to do to treat yourself with love and kindness? Pick 3 things that you know you need to do for yourself. Even if it's, I don't know, wear some bright, pretty colors. Wear makeup. Oh, actually, that's a bonus for me. I said I was going to start back wearing my makeup because I went to Sephora and I bought me this really beautiful makeup. And I usually used to kind of wear makeup, not a lot. I still like the natural look, but I'm going to go back to that because I like it. I like, wearing a little gloss and a little liner and my powder and foundation and stuff. I like that. So yeah, that's kind of a bonus. So number 4, but but I'll just say for you, just do 3. You can just do 3, but 3 things. How are you treating yourself with love and kindness? What are you committed to do? All right. So that's all I got. Again, tune in. Make sure on day 40, let's see, that should be, here we are on Tuesday. So let's see, we got 37, 38, 39, 40. So Saturday. On Saturday, when I go live, I'm going to be talking about our up and coming challenge. And this is going to end 2018 in a powerful way to start 2019 with an even more powerful way, so we can start this starting over journey and you can make 2019 the absolute best year ever. Why? Because it's your time. It's your time to do it. So I am committed to do that with you, and I am excited for you. So right now, I'm about to go because I'm a little hungry. But I just want to just say thank you. Thank you for those who have been supporting me, who have been listening to the Starting Over at 40 podcast. If you haven't listened to it yet, you are missing out. You are missing out. You have got to start listening to it, because we've talked about, today's episode was all about overcoming fear. So yeah, tune in to the podcast. You can go to soundcloud.com/Coach Roz, or you can go to my website, go to coachroz.com/overcoming fear. And you'll be right there, I promise. So thank you again for tuning in. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye for now. Yay, day 36 is done.